You came to Paris for a few days, and the place is full of exciting vibes. At every step, some details draw your attention, whether it is just a homeless person or it is a historical work of art. All these awakeness, inspiration increase the amount of dopamine in your body. But is that enough to experience the real world of French and the atmosphere, or to get to know the history or the way of living of this nation? Have you visited any place other than Paris in France? Looking at many videos and photos, most people are interested in seeing Paris, which is quite okay because it's beautiful. But I believe that hardly anyone thinks of going to the villages and some small towns on this beautiful country. I wanted to know a little bit more about this beautiful country's real daily life. And to be able to do that and share with you, I need to take a short trip out of Paris. Just an hour from Paris, it's a place called Provins, an ideal place to get to know the surrounding countryside of France, to experience the atmosphere of everyday French life, and a great place to complete a visit to Paris. There is a lot of contrast. Provence is the opposite of what you can see in Paris. Paris is attractive both day and night. You can spend your day walking around the city. The countryside is a bit different. People look relaxed and do everything slower, like the time is frozen. Everything looks like the fairy tale. Just walking through the streets of a small town or village and automatically I get inspired to do something creative. In my case, it's drawing or painting. It's amazing how a painting and drawing competition occurred over the weekend when I went to the Provence. I could see at every step how artists create. Of course, it inspires me immediately. The whole city looked convinced to draw and paint. So I started to draw, of course. You go for a walk and suddenly come across a museum or of the event in the city with no plan. When you get tired, just step into one of their restaurants and without a mistake, you'll enjoy French specialties. There was lots of choices in the beautiful place. Just after my coffee, I left for a walk. I admired the flowers that smelled, the birds sang, and that was enough to enjoy the moment. That feeling reminded me of my childhood when I left carefree and happy just because the weather was excellent and I could go out and play outside. But what you do not want to miss in Provence. Let yourself discover some monuments protected by UNESCO World Heritage and have a unique experience. There is a few places to see. Museum of Provence is one of the oldest civil buildings in Provence. You will be able to see archaeological excavations starting from prehistory to the 19th century. The underground passage is quite long, but it is open just partly for the public. The reason is that it is so long that people could get lost very easily. You can see the picture of Saint-Ayoul from before and now. It took 15 years to restore this beautiful 1,000-year-old monument. Saludino is located just 8 kilometers from Provence, and it was built in Romanesque style and entirely restored since 2017. After the history that this church can offer you, take some time and walk through the village called Village of Character. Hiking could be one of the fun things to do if you are visiting the region with friends or family, or just by yourself. Can you imagine a nice walk in the middle of France, chatting with your favorite people? I missed this beautiful escape, but when I found about it, I wanted to share this with you. You can find out everything about 450 varieties of roses. There you can enjoy the beautiful garden and eat ice cream. You can book a tour if you want, or learn more about this stunning flower and see the 3.5 hectare park. What could be fun to see too is the art you can find in the upper town and the city center. You can see 21 portraits made by the street art artist C215. The code C215 is the code that most influential street artists use in France. There's few shows I didn't want to miss. I watched all of them, 3 of them: The Eels of the Ramparts, The Legend of the Knights, and Swords and Dungeon. Those shows are something I don't know what to miss. I don't know about your taste and what do you like to watch, but even if I did not understand the French, most of it I understand the story. The atmosphere and feelings of those animals were irreplaceable. Banquet of the Troubadours. I missed this experience because it was fully booked and I regret it, but the banquet is about a medieval way of dining and celebration. Shows take you to the 12th century dinner where you can show up in a costume from that time and feel quite comfortable. Between dishes you can enjoy the cool desserts to best troubadours in the country who will entertain you like in those times.